Hello all, this is Dr. Maslach talking to you about reciprocity.com. The E is written with a 3. So if you don't know who I am, I'm an associate professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship. And I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There are so many people that helped me out that I want to pay the favor forward and help you out. So I apologize with this video. I feel really nervous talking about this because this is getting very real with some of this stuff. So I'm assuming most of you probably think I'm full of crap with the things that I talk about and I get into. I know that there's probably lots of people that watch this, particularly people that I might know personally, where they think that, you know, this is kind of a joke in a lot of different ways, where they just don't really get why I'm doing YouTube videos, why this is so important to me. They don't get a lot of sort of things around that. You know, I'm not necessarily the most attractive person. You know, I don't have the credentials. A lot of you might look at my CV, my resume. You know, CV is academic talk, and say, well, you don't have a lot of publications, and you are completely inferior to the people that are around you. And so who are you to actually talk about and speak about the things that you speak about? You're absolutely right. I am not perfect in any sort of way. There's nothing about me that is spectacular in any sort of way. I'm truly just kind of a normal person, probably subpar in a lot of different ways. But I want to say that this communicating and speaking openly about the things that are important to me is a really important thing for me, and hopefully it will become a very important thing for you as well, to know that other people in this world around you suffer with you know, debilitating depression from time to time. You know, that there are people that really have a tough go with sort of pushing towards things, feeling really inferior with yourself every single day. You know, just not wanting to, or not feeling that you match expectations of the people around you. This is very real, and this is something that I struggle with on a daily basis. So for me, this is my personal journey of being open and telling other people that this is what I experience. So whether my CV is long and I'm not an accomplished researcher, you know, I'm going to try to help out other people that are less further along than I am. You know, maybe it's somebody that's just starting out and they don't know a lot of this kind of stuff. Well, I'm going to try to help out other people. Maybe you're 50 years old right now and you're thinking of maybe going back to graduate school. Maybe you're thinking of starting a business. Maybe you want to be more innovative, and you stumble across my videos and you realize that here's this totally normal dude that is struggling with the things that we're supposed to be doing really well with, right? So life is supposed to be, as is sort of shown around us, and the expectation from other people around us, that life is really easy. But I'm here to tell you that for me, and I can only speak for myself, it's a real struggle. And, you know, I was picked on when I was a kid. You know, started off in special education for years. You know, I basically have done everything. I was the last person, and you can ask my parents, my family, that I was always the last person to run whenever I was crossing the line at every single race, all through public school, even into high school. I'm still not that good of a runner, but guess what? I still do it. I get out there and I still do it, which to me makes me much better than 95% of the people that are out there, that they were once rock stars in high school, you know, extremely good at any particular sport that they chose, but they're not doing it anymore, or they're living through their kids, for example, and they're telling their kids to do the particular thing, but they themselves are not necessarily doing it. So I know that's a little bit of it's a very cocky attitude to have, and some people might be turned off by that, but this is my real story, and all of these things are me talking to myself and how I deal with these kind of things, and how I've learned how to process all of these events around us and how we deal with these things and still continue to keep going forward. So right now, this is very emotional for me because I feel like I just don't want to tell anybody any of these kind of things, but I want you to know that if you are going through anything like this, where you feel that you're not meeting the expectations around you, that you're performing below what everybody is expecting of you, that you're speaking out and it seems weird that you're speaking out with the things that you're doing, know that there's one other person in this world that's doing that. And speaking out about the journeys that we go through, whether it is in academia, whether it is in life, whether it's a business journey, doing a startup, or whatever, you're creating your own business, whatever it is that you're doing, building a family, accomplishing the things that you really truly want to accomplish, it is a struggle for at least one person in this world, and I think it's a struggle for more than one person in this world. And to know that the reality of it is very emotional because we are being humans. I am being human and dealing with these things and battling. I want to hang out with my kids. I want to do, amazing work. I want to make sure that my family is doing really well. I want to make sure that I'm financially successful. All these kind of competing demands really pull us in all sorts of directions, and most of us don't know what to do. This is kind of the reality of life. I think that we pretend, or the way that we teach in business school, for example, that you get this really cute little scenario and it's really easy to sort of fulfill this particular cute scenario, this case study, Harvard business case study, whatever it is, Ivy case study. And it's really easy to sort of choose the right answer and you go forward with that right answer. Well, I'm trying to tell you, with you following along with the story and watching these YouTube videos, it is not. It is a journey to get from here to there, and we go in all sorts of different directions. You might be forced at this moment, it's the summer of 2020, where you have to make a decision whether you want to hang out with your workout friends. This is a decision that I've had to make. So for all the F3 guys that are out there right now, I am choosing to stay at home and do social distancing because it is a decision that I think that I'm weighing and looking at the consequences of it, and knowing that myself, I'm just not comfortable with risking other people and risking myself with getting COVID. It's a choice I have to make, and might not be the correct choice. It might not be, later, it might not be the correct choice. It might not be the best choice. But for me, at this time, with the information that I have, and knowing what I know about pandemics, for example, or diffusion in a population that follow exponential curves, I'm making that choice right now, and I'm not doing that particular thing. So I want you to know that if you are going through any particular journeys and it is stressful, you have mental things that you're dealing with, and you have thoughts that are rambling on a regular basis, know you're normal. Know that there's one other person. Normal, in my eyes, is knowing that there's one other person in this world that's going through this with you at this time. So just sit back, know that this is just your own personal journey, and just kind of be okay with yourself. And I think that's the message with this video is it's okay to be you. It's okay to speak openly. It's okay to realize that you're not meeting expectations. It's okay to be yourself, whatever that looks like. And whatever that looks like, that's what your reality is. And that reality is who you are. And you should be proud and happy to be who you are. All right, so that's all I wanted to say. Give me a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.